I'd like to welcome everyone to the 46th annual Coho Festival. 46 years. Wow. Thank you for being here. I'm Mary Sue Atkinson. I've been on the board for around 25 years, and I'm organizing these tent talks. Our first speaker is Jim Shinkewski, and he is from the Pacific Salmon Foundation, who is a major funder of the Coho Festival. Thank you very much for your support. And he's going to be doing some salmon trivia, so listen up, everyone. You too could win great prizes.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming today. A little background on this. I got an email about a month ago saying, hey, do you guys want to do a tent talk? And I thought every year we've had someone come here and talk about some really technical stuff in the world of salmon conservation that we've been working on. And I thought, let's try something a little different. Let's do something goofy and low stakes with lots of prizes, see what people know about salmon, and see how we might be able to help spread the word on the work that we at PSF are doing, and the actually really good news for what's happening with salmon this year around here. So our foundation, we've kind of lived by the philosophy salmon first, salmon always, and we've been around a long time. Since 1989, the program I'm involved with, called the Community Salmon Program, has funded 3,500 projects. We've given out about $40 million in grants towards these. And these are all projects that have local impact and huge repercussions throughout the ecosystems. So we hosted this conference last December, and instead of having someone there taking notes on everything, we hired an artist to kind of draw a whole amalgamation of what all the thoughts were. What was the crux of everything that had come together at this conference? And right in the middle is where we make a big difference. It's at the watershed scale. So here on the North Shore, we've got a surprisingly high abundance of productive salmon streams. Given how industrialized and how developed it is here, salmon come back all the time. And you might not notice them, but they're here. This is a really good year for them, for pink and for sockeye. And this is because salmon are what's known as a keystone species. They're critical. Even in low abundance, their presence makes a huge difference. Remember that. There might be a trivia question later on about that. So I wanted to very briefly touch on 3 projects that we've been sponsoring here on the North Shore. We've got a lot of work going on throughout all of the greater Vancouver area and through Vancouver Island, all of BC, and into the Yukon as well. Pacific salmon are in a tough spot, but occasionally we see really good years like we're seeing right now. Estimates of 30 million pinks in the Fraser, 10 million sockeye coming in. This is awesome. It's not an exact science. We don't know how many will ultimately return to spawn or why they're doing so well this year, but we've got some educated guesses on what's happening, and we're pretty happy with that. So one project we've been working on in Howe Sound, just north of here towards Squamish, is on herring. Herring is critical. Who knows why? How about you, smart kid in the front? Why are herring important? What do you think, fisherman? That's right, critical food source right there. So our work at the Pacific Salmon Foundation is not only on salmon, it's on habitat and prey species as well. So we've been working with the Squamish Nation and the Marine Stewardship Initiative to make sure we know what's going on with herring, because without them, salmon are screwed. Does anyone know what eDNA means? All right, this is, okay, same guy. Not quite. It means environmental DNA. It means by taking a sample of water, you can tell what fish have been there, even if they're not there. So going into areas where we're not able to catch and sample fish directly, we can take a water sample, read the genetic markers, and say, Coho use this spot. It is a critical management tool, and we're really happy to be able to sponsor a good chunk of that work as well. Just near here is Mosquito Creek. We've got a project going on with the North Shore Stream Keepers. We've been funding them for a couple of decades. This is to make the creek conditions perfect for salmon. So without these enhancements that volunteers are doing, fish are going to return to a creek that has no shade, no water, bad structures, and they won't have anywhere to spawn. So thanks to the work of the volunteers, go see the North Shore Streamkeepers tent. It's over on the south side of this property, and go talk to them because they know more than probably anyone here. It's really impressive. All right, Margaret, my colleague Margaret is going to talk about a salmon spotting program that we have. Another opportunity to win prizes. So everyone hit this QR code with your phones, and you can win some pretty remarkable stuff by checking out our site and learning about where to see salmon throughout BC.
Thanks, Jimmy. So yes, my name's Margaret Butner, and I'm part of the development team. And we're going to tell you about what's happening right now. We have a salmon spotting campaign. So basically, it's an interactive tool on our website, and you can look at any area in the province, and it will let you know where you might see salmon. And these are all accessible places. They're not on private property. And in addition to that, we have a contest. So we've got tips on how to spot salmon and be prepared for nature. And at the bottom, I can tell you what you can win. There's ways you can win, and it's just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because there's so many prizes. But the first thing you can do is subscribe to our newsletter, and that will give you one entry. You can also make a donation, and that will give you more entries. You can, but I would say that visit the website. So it's psf.ca/salmon spotting, and that will take you to the site where you can learn everything about this exciting campaign. You can win a helijet trip to Victoria, including hotel. You can win backpacks, all sorts of fun swag. So back to you, Jim, and hope you all win.
Thanks, Margaret. That is a really cool campaign that we've got going on because people ask us all the time, where can I go see salmon? Now we have a site that collects all of this information, and these sites are submitted from users and salmon enthusiasts like yourselves, so we know where to see them as well. So check it out because this is a great year for salmon spotting. All right, on to the trivia portion. Just the last chance for everyone to get an entry form. Come up with a team name if you've got multiple people. The key rule here is no phones. If you have a phone, you're disqualified. No cheating. These questions are designed to be they're answerable by probably everyone here, with a couple that are tricky or that are more difficult. But I think we're going to see some high scores and some battles for first place. First prize, you get your pick of anything on our swag table right over there. So we've got branded socks, we've got a salmon field guide, we've got hats, visors, chocolate and chocolate salmon and candy. Second prize gets to pick next. Third prize gets to pick after that. And the best team name prize is one bag of salmon candy and salmon candy gravel for every member of your team. We have 16 of those in total. So get ready. We are going to start with the first question. There are 30 total. We'll do the first 15. Then you trade your paper with someone else and you mark each other. Trade them back. And there we go. Top score out of 30 wins big. Here we go. First question. What does riparian mean? Is it a scrumptious salmon treat? Is it someone who patches up pants? Is it an exotic fruit from Panama? Or is it vegetation adjacent to rivers and streams? Riparian. We'll give you a couple seconds to think about that. Yeah, you just have to put the letter. We don't need the whole sentence. Okay, I would expect everyone to get that right. Next up, question 2. What important role do estuaries play in the life of salmon? Are they places to spawn? Do they provide access for food and shelter? Do they protect from invasives? Or no use, they're just useless? All right, anyone need more time? You're good on that one? All right. Question 3. What is a primary threat to juvenile salmon as they migrate downstream? Is it predation by birds and fish and pinnipeds? Who knows what pinnipeds means? Fishermen. Not salamanders and birds. Lady at the back? Seals and sea lions. There we go. Those are pinnipeds. So that's A. Yeah. B is lack of food. C is cold water. Or D is losing your way and getting lost. We're looking for the primary threat to juveniles as they migrate. All right, moving on. Question 4. Which stream, this is a hyper-local question. Anyone who lives here might be able to get it. Which stream runs right through West Vancouver Legion number 60, which is not far from here? Is it McDonald Creek? Is it Hyde Creek? Is it Lawson Creek? Or is it Haddon Creek? John, if you get this one wrong, you're fired. All right, for many of you who don't live here, just pick a letter. Next question. What adaptation helps salmon jump waterfalls and strong rapids during migration? Is it their muscular tails? Is it the ability to leap 3 times their length? Is it slippery skin? Or is it all of that? All right, mark it down. Okay, here's one. This is new as of this year. The Pacific Salmon Foundation, along with partners in the UK and the US, have come up with Wild Salmon Day. When is Wild Salmon Day? This is every year. Is it June 1st, July 1st, September 1st, or May 1st? All right, next slide. What is the genus name of Pacific salmon? So anyone who's taken high school biology, you've got the kingdom, the phylum, the class, the order, family, genus, species. Genus is something and another name. Is it Salmo? Is it Oncorhynchus? Is it Shinkewski? Or is it Salmonus? John, you should get that one right too, I hope. Okay. Yeah, you should know. All right, next question. How many species of Pacific salmon return to BC rivers? Is it 5, 10, 7, or 3? All right, this one could spark some arguments, but we're ready for that. There you go. Next question. What term describes salmon that live in the ocean but return to fresh water to spawn? Is it called anadromous, or catadromous, diadromous, or pelagic? There you go. Take a guess. Steelhead, they do it a little differently, yeah. Next question. Which Pacific salmon is the smallest but the most numerous? It's a big, big year for them this year. Is it Chinook, coho, sockeye, or pink? All right, everyone's got their answers written down? Okay, a little more time. Head over to the Department of Fisheries and Oceans tent later and you can see samples of all these fish on ice. It's pretty awesome. Next up, which Pacific salmon species will we never see in BC waters? Chinook, cutthroat, massue, or kokanee? All right, that one's a little tricky. Which species landlocked form is called kokanee? Are kokanee lake-bound steelhead? Are they coho? Are they a type of sockeye? Or are they cutthroat? Kokanee are interesting because they're bright red all the time. They are almost genetically identical to their sea-run companion, and you'll see them in the interior. They're pretty wild. That's right. Yeah, they got isolated tens of thousands of years ago. They are good. Yeah. Which salmon species resident form is called rainbow? Is a rainbow a steelhead? Is it a type of coho? Is it a type of sockeye, or is it a cutthroat? All right, we have a couple more questions until the halfway mark, and then we're going to take scores and mark each other's papers. Once adult salmon return to freshwater, how long can they go without eating? Is it a few days? Is it 6 weeks, 3 months, or up to 6 months? How long do they go not eating in freshwater? I know the answer. Yeah. All right. Last question before halftime. What defines Pacific salmon as a keystone species? This is another high school biology term that a lot of you should know. Does it mean they have a disproportionately large effect on their ecosystems? Does it mean they migrate each year at the same time? Or that they use freshwater and marine habitat? Or they nest in stony places? Thanks, Emily, for that question, that answer. All right. And with that, before I flip over to the answers, everyone take their paper, pass it to someone near you that you don't know. They will mark yours, you mark theirs, and then let me know when you're done and we'll continue. Everyone swapped? Here are the answers. D, B, A, C, D, A, B, C. Question 1D. Question 2B. 3A, 4C, 5D, 6A, that's June 1st, Wild Salmon Day. 7B, they're called Oncorhynchus. 8 is C, there are 7 species. Some people are going to say 5, we'll accept both. It's a tricky argument. We agonize over that at the foundation. What is the salmon? 5 is A, yes. Yep. Question 9A is anadromous. That means they come to freshwater to spawn. D is pink. C is masu. Those are called cherry salmon. They live in Japan. 12 is sockeye, C. 13 is A, that's steelhead. 14 is D, up to 6 months. 15 is A, the disproportionate effect on ecosystems. Did anyone get a perfect score? Did you? Did you get all 15? Did anyone get 14? John Barker, 14, got first prize for round 1. John, you get a bag of candy with a chocolate sockeye salmon in it. All right, everyone pass your papers back and we're going to round 2. Good job, John. Oh, no, you're still marking? Okay. Here's your answers. That's right. Imagine going 6 months without eating. Some fish will go 2,000 kilometers in rivers without eating. Yeah. Sure. Those are masu salmon. They look kind of like pinks, but they're redder in their, yeah. Yep. No, the skin. Yeah. They're pretty cool. No, they're maybe 10 pounds, as far as I remember. All right, everyone, we're on to round 2. So far, John Barker of West Vancouver Streamkeepers is in the lead with 14 points out of a possible 30. Round 2 begins now. Question 16. What is a key ecological role of salmon in BC's coastal forests? Do they pollinate plants? Do they provide nutrients through decay? Do they control insect populations? Or do they dig irrigation channels? What do they do in forests? What's the connection? All right. Next question, 17. Which species of salmon spawns only in odd-numbered years in the Fraser River? Is it pinks, sockeye, steelhead, or chum? It's going on right now. Got it? All right, next question. How do enhancements to the McDonald Creek estuary support salmon recovery? Does it improve aesthetics? Does it soften shorelines to allow better access, like removing a seawall so fish can get through? Is it a viewing platform that allows salmon to show off, or is it all of this? Yeah. Oh, good point. An estuary is where a river empties into the ocean, so you have a mix of salt and fresh water. Thanks, Bridget. Good question. You knew that, right? Okay. Next question. How can humans distinguish between wild and hatchery salmon? Check for who is better behaved. Check the color of the flesh. Politely ask the salmon. Yeah, that's a good idea. Or check for an adipose fin. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Does anyone know what an adipose fin is? Melanie Knight? What is it? Nice. Good one. That's correct. Next question. Which BC wildlife look to salmon as a preferred food source? Is it resident orcas? Is it eagles or seals or all that? Yeah. That's true. That's true. So you've got a lead on that question. 20 is it? I don't have the number. Yeah, okay. That's 20. Next question. How do Pacific salmon know where to return home? ET phone home? It's not that. That's not it. They can sense the Earth's magnetic field, or they can detect unique chemical signatures, or they catch a vibe. All right. Next question. Is this 22? What role do herring play in the salmon life cycle? Do they offer an alternate prey to salmon predators? Or do they provide salmon with a food source? Or do they keep the salmon clean? Or do they migrate with salmon to the sea? So what's the relationship between herring and salmon? All right, moving on. How can we, as individuals, support salmon recovery? We can keep pets on leashes and away from riparian habitat and in-stream during spawning events. We can conserve water during times of drought. We can clean watercraft when transferring between water bodies, or all of that. Look closely at this. What do we call this part of the salmon? Is it the adipose fin? Is it the anal fin? Is it the ventral fin or the caudal fin? I would guess like 3/4 of you will get this one wrong. It's tricky. You do? Okay, good. All right. Which stage of the salmon life cycle is shown here? Is this a spawning adult? Is this eggs? No. Is this an alevin or is this a fry? All the little kids should get this one right, especially the ones who've had fry in their classroom. Whoops. Salmon in the classroom. French fry was also acceptable. This close-up photo shows a salmon's gills. What do gills do? Do they help relax the fish? Are they for digestion? Are they for extracting oxygen out of the water and returning carbon dioxide to the water? Or are they for reproduction? Why do fish have gills? Good. Which Pacific salmon species is shown in this photo? Salmon come in two different phases. They look silver in the ocean, and some of them get pretty colorful when it comes spawning time. Is this sockeye? Is it coho? Is it chum? Or is it a pink salmon? This one's kind of tricky. It took me a while to figure out that these fish turn that red. There's a clue. Next up, which salmon species has a large hump on its back during spawning? They're also known as humpies. That's one of their nicknames. Is this a coho? Is this a Chinook salmon? Is it a chum or a pink? A humpy. What is that? All right, next up. This is the second last question. What is this structure and how does it help salmon? This is a fish ladder. It helps them bypass obstacles like dams. This is a fish ladder and it helps them exercise. It's a fish stopper, which stops fish from going to the wrong stream, or it's a fish slide, which is just for fun. Isn't that nice? All right, looking closely at this video, which direction are the salmon going in this video? Are they going upstream? Are they going downstream, side stream, or are they sinking? What's going on here? And that is question 30. So again, exchange your papers. We are going to find out who the grand champion is right now. What's that? Yeah. Okay, everyone switched. It is answer key time. Here we go. Question 16 is B. They provide nutrients through decay. Question 17 is A. That's a pink. B is softening shorelines. Question 19 is D. Check for an adipose fin. Thank you, Melanie, for knowing what an adipose fin is. Question D, all. 20 is D. 21 is B and C. They can both sense magnetic fields and unique chemical signatures. It's thought that salmon can come within a few meters of where their eggs hatched because they're so closely tied to the stream that they came from. Question 22, the answers are A and B. Offer alternative prey, so sometimes a predator like a seal will grab a herring if there's more herring than salmon, but also C, in that this is a food source for salmon. Question 23, D, all. Question 24, also D, that is a caudal fin. Question 25D, that's fry. I expect everyone to have that right. Question 26, C, they extract oxygen from water. Question 27 is B, that is a coho. Question 28D, the humpy is a pink salmon. 29A, fish ladder, for getting over barriers, built at dams. And finally, question 30A is upstream. Time to tally your scores. Let's see who our grand champion is. And then we're going to determine who had the best team name. I'll have to collaborate with my colleagues, and there's a prize for that as well. All right. Let's get some totals. Does anyone have 29 out of 30? No way. Does anyone have 28 out of 30? 27 out of 30. There's our first prize winners right there. There's no 30. Because no one had... You had 29, Bridget? Okay, you get first prize. What? All right. Can I pass me your paper? I'll verify 29. And if so, you get first crack at the prize table. No, you got a bunch of X's on here. You got a ton of them wrong. All right, Bridget, you had 29. Do you want first prize? Do you want to yield? Okay, who else has 29? Anyone? You have 2 wrong. You have 28, so you're the grand prize winner. Oh, can you verify, please, Emily? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 28, 9, 10, 11. You got 11 wrong. Yeah. Emily, what's the outcome of this team? The one behind you got in the high... What behind you, they're in the high 20s. 27's the winner then. All right, so Bridget yielded her first prize. First prize is 27. You get first crack at the merch table. Second prize gets to follow them. Who had second prize? Emily? Who had second? 25. There you go. $25 is confirmed. Go help yourself to the merch table. Third prize. Does anyone have the score of 24? 23. 23. You guys get 22. Okay. Anyone have 23? What was your score? What was yours? 20. Okay. Sorry, you just missed it. So 22. What's yours? Ah, we got 22 right here. So 22 takes third prize. Go ahead, guys. You get to pick something off the prize table. And if I could get everyone's sheets, now it's time to pick a prize for best team name. All right, we have 2 winners for best team name. We've got Real Salmon Sushi Muncher, and we've got Spawn of Victory. Help yourselves to a candy bag.